All right, what it is?
What it do?
We are
on the real.
Okay.
I can never get it.
I don't know what you're trying to get.
I'm trying to just do a smooth over that little thing right there. I did it like the first week. It was on point every time. Oh, there we go. There we go. Anyway.
All right. We got a request from Just in Time. Well, that's his YouTube name. And I don't know, the song's called Drug Addiction, and I don't want to slander or slaughter this person's name.
I'm not even going to touch it, guys.
Colicchie? I don't know. You'll see. Colicchie. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
But Justin was very adamant about his reaction to this video. Fresh for both of us.
Absolutely. And we appreciate our supporters. So
yes.
If you have any suggestions for videos, send it to us.
And this is one of the reasons why I wanted to do a reaction channel, because I love reaction videos. I watch the other reactors, No Life Shack, Art of Kicks, Lost in Vegas, and I always wanted to, like, they always stick to what's trending and the mainstream stuff, and that's cool and everything, but there's always stuff that I watch that no one else watches that I'd just love to see a reaction to.
Okay.
And so that's why I appreciate the request. It's like, yeah, if we can get to it, we'll get to it.
Absolutely. Keep them coming. Tell your friends about it. Subscribe, like, follow.
So
let's get right into it, y'all.
Here we go. Drug Addiction. It's probably a serious song, I'm thinking. So here we go. Ready or not, here I come.
Yep, absolutely.
That's Fugees?
Fugees. Mm-hmm.
Colicchie.
Oh, there you go, right
there you go. Smart guy.
You see, everybody got a story to tell. Well, here's mine. My pain's deep, I've been through hell. I managed to survive, so I got a story to tell. Listen, I stand victorious, make the sign of the cross. Look, I'm here to be the voice for every friend I've ever lost. Let me pray as I put together my hands. I've never been ashamed to tell you the person I am. When it comes to doing drugs, I've never been a rookie. But hold up, let me tell you about the places that they took me.
Okay. So
Yeah, look like he got a story to tell.
he definitely has a story to tell. So what I'm wondering, and forgive my ignorance, because I don't want to offend anyone, but I'm wondering, is he a rap artist? Does he have other stuff out there? Or is this a recovered man telling his story?
Okay.
See what I mean?
I guess we're about to find out pretty soon.
Yeah.
I haven't showered, it's been possibly a week, and I'm so deep in a psychosis, impossible to speak. The coke is in my arm, now it's impossible to sleep. My throat's numb, closed shut, so it's impossible to eat. Losing weight.
So he is giving a very graphic description of what it is like to have these drugs in your system.
So it's definitely seeming like it's more of a recovered thing versus an artist, but he probably do both. Let's keep checking it out, guys.
It's a part of my daily routine. I always use against my will, just praying I was clean. So nod your head if you understand what I mean. When I was growing up, I never thought that I would be a fiend ever. My life's tumultuous, it's never getting better. Another abscess from my arm is getting severed. My exquisite vision, depiction of dereliction, living conditions, malicious on a mission.
I just want to pause it before I lose this thought, where he talked about how he never thought he'd end up being a fiend. It's like how true that must be. Like, we as adults, and we're well into whatever profession we're into, often look back and go, man, I never thought I'd be here. And that's even if we're successful, we're not successful, we're mediocre, we're average Joe, it doesn't matter. When we're adults, we always think back, it's like, man, when I was a kid, I never thought I'd be where I'm at. So imagine what it's like for drug addicts, stuck in that cycle.
Absolutely. We can't predict the future, and life have so many obstacles, and these obstacles affect every person differently. So that's I don't know how drug addicts turn to drug addicts, so to speak, but I can't say there's no exception. Like, anybody can become a drug addict.
Right.
So.
injury cops, look, they all know me by my first name. Paramedics had to revive me, this ain't a game. I worn the same clothes for like the last 10 days. And look, I wanna do better, but I don't know a different way. Completely all alone, I'm sitting in this room. I empty out the bags, brown liquid in the spoon. I have to do a lot, can no longer do a little. The water's been added, I place the cotton in the middle.
How about that heroin?
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing though, he ain't no rookie with rapping. This ain't his first rodeo.
No.
Sucking every drop up into this plastic devices. I am tying off, I'm trying to find a decent vein to strike. I shove it ever so gently up underneath my skin as I'm pulling back the plunger to this blood in this syringe. I push it in and try to drift away to heaven. But criminals like me, that's never the place that we're headed. The guilt, shame, remorse, and regret I never address. And I'm a mess from all this pain and this anguish. I'm filled with stress, overdoses. I'm emotionally broken, this ain't a joke. I'm smoking on a Newport, I never have any hope. This is me, I'm feeling like I don't deserve more. I feel disgusted as I'm pushing on this burnt shore.
I didn't want to stop it right in the middle of the cipher, but I don't know why this ain't viral. Like, I think everyone should see this. I think this should be shown to kids.
Yeah, but look, we're being we hope getting the word out. So you know, but if you guys share this video, we definitely need to have more awareness about this and be a little more supportive. You know, with addicts. You know. Have a number of resources available for them. You know, don't judge anyone. Don't be so quick to judge anyone.
One stole the vinegar in the midst of a blackout. Another shooting gallery, another crack house. On the porch, welcome to hell is on the floor, man. I'm glancing at my arms and all I ever see is sore tracks. I'm feeling filthy, dirty needles with the orange cap. Peeking out the window, someone whispers, lock the door latch. We're blasting off, departing from this mothership. I look around as others search the carpet for another hit. Crest whitening strips and Mach 3s. I'm on a suicidal mission till these cops try to stop me. We boosted every day, selling steaks for half price. Any dream I ever had was shattered by glass pipe. Glass rose, devil got me in his lasso. Enter the gates of hell and I didn't even have a passcode. I'm hard-headed, I would never learn my lesson. You know the drill, commit a crime and get arrested. The misery never ends, I spend another week in jail. I don't have friends, family never paid my bill, so I would withdraw and kick on that concrete floor. I feel I've had enough, but my body is screaming more. The food is horrible, but I haven't eaten in days. No reason to call home, cause I got nothing left to say. I'm tired of this jail, I don't ever want to see prison. Look, I'm tired and exhausted from this life that I am living. I would get a couple days clean and say that I was done, but every time I got released, I was back on the run. It's back to thieving, lying, robbing and ripping and running. These problems, I don't solve them, I'm crippled and sick to my stomach. I hang with
like, want to pause. This dude don't take a breath. I don't even.
It's a lot. It's a lot to take in, man. I mean, I would say just listen to it, take it in, and just be aware. You know, it's almost a awareness. That's what I'm getting from this.
prostitutes and these deadly degenerates. I'm homeless for the moment, but that's really quite irrelevant. The only thing that matters in life is my next high. I gotta be willing to change and give it my best try. I'm a servant and this heroin's my king. I'm feeling like a slave as I dangle from these puppet strings. I'm just a marionette, I'm staring at death as I am carrying regrets that are just tearing through my flesh. We're dealing with a topic we're so careless to neglect. We're dealing with a dilemma leaving every parent stressed. I'm so sick and tired though of being sick and tired. But then it finally happened, motivated by desire.
So he touched on a little bit the being homeless right now, and then all he cares about is getting his next high. It's that vicious cycle that so many people are in. And I think this goes back to, remember we reacted to Five Finger Death Punch, and I asked where the families were, and someone commented about that. It's like they're not there. Sometimes addicts burn those bridges when they're trying to get that next fix.
Absolutely.
And it's just a vicious cycle.
Yeah.
I hit this point, I wanted to change. Enough is enough, my efforts been exhausted and I'm tired of being stuck. My faith is never blind and my future I barely see, but overnight was open-minded. I had this moment of clarity. So it begins and it's essential, I believe. Cause if it worked for you, then it just has to work for me. Through all this pain, there's gotta be a positive message. I talked about the past, now let's talk about the present.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, so you get ready to flip the script. He's basically taking you on a whole journey of his life. This is what it sounds like. Okay.
I'm no longer living that way. For me it's a blessing, but with one bad decision I am back in that obsession. In '03 was diagnosed with hepatitis C. I utilize the bad, it's always been the fuel for driving me. And then you ask me why do I give this my all? I'm not trying to see rest in peace on my Facebook wall. I got clean in '05 and started rapping. I started touching lives, I never thought that this would happen. This shit today, trust me, it isn't heroin. It's killing everybody in the comments are disparaging. No one cares, like, gives a fuck that I'm clean. For them another deadly overdose is just something to see. Look, I pay attention to every post that I read as you were sitting there judging in front of your iPhone screen, talking about these dying addicts and how they are worthless, and if they put a needle in their arm then they deserve it. But that's someone's mother, someone's uncle, someone's daughter, and that's someone's aunt, someone's son, and someone's father. As I rap, the shit is giving me chills, and I'm speaking off experience, that's how I know it's real. These ignorant motherfuckers will say it's not a disease, and look, I really don't care, you can believe what you believe. I don't care to argue, I don't gotta give you proof. Listen, I was taught you don't gotta defend the truth. Incurable, progressive, and fatal unless arrested. I'm expressing aggression with every sentiment confession. Once a junkie, always a junkie, you're boring me. The last time I checked, there's one ultimate authority. I'm sick of these remarks and opinions from all these critics. Cause if you never lived it, then trust me, you'll never get it. Be quiet. You're not allowed to speak about it. If you've never lived it, then you're not allowed to speak about it.
Wow. It sounds like he's pretty fed up with that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, it's almost like a stigma with that. Much like other things, and I know drug addiction is one of them.
Yeah.
How often you forget the only time that you should ever open your mouth is to eat a dick. Everybody is dying.
that was good.
Uh-huh.
And it makes me sick. This isn't an epidemic, this is more like an apocalypse. So when I struggle, it's only right that I fight. And my experience recites on how that diamond saved my life. Look, you don't got a clue what I've been through. When I was at my worst, you couldn't walk a mile in my shoes. I survived a lot, so it's only right that I smile. When I'm aware of my surroundings, I'm no longer in denial. I'm blown away by every message that I get. It gives me motivation, it's the reason I never quit. We gotta do this together, we must trust. There's no you, there's no me, there's just us. I'm doing this with courage, I'm doing this with pride. I'm doing this for every single friend that's ever died. I dedicate this song to anyone that's lost a loved one. So live your life, cause tomorrow may never come. Be grateful for your past, embrace it, don't get embarrassed. Every day there is more children growing up without their parents. I felt pain, look, I'm not afraid to cry. My life changed once I was willing to try. I've been given many chances, now it's truly do or die. I'm doing what it takes so my daughter will never see me high. I'm doing what it takes so my daughter will never see me high. I'm doing what it takes so my daughter will never see me high. I'm doing what it takes so my daughter will never see me high. I'm doing what it takes so my daughter will never see me high.
This video is dedicated to Lou, Annabelle, Eric Ebbett, Jeff Durham, Steve McDonough, and so many more.
Wow. Interesting song. Sad, but it's the truth. Shout out for the for requesting the song.
Right. And yes, I think more people should at least see that one time.
Absolutely. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this episode of
On
The
Real.
Peace.